In this town, if you can't prove it, then I didn't do it. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Raphael and I am here to review episode 19 of The Real Housewives with no recordings, no videotapes, no nothing, no receipts of anything that Kathy Hilton did of Beverly Hills. We start the episode off with Lisa and her dramatics as she's walking around the house in Aspen with her luggage. She's ready to go back home, but she's a little bit shaken up by everything that happened the night before with Kathy Hilton and this alleged meltdown that Lisa claimed she saw. And I find it so funny that Lisa, out of everything that she's experienced on the show, and out of everything that Lisa has been a part of on the show, this is the one thing that has her backed into a corner and actually has her nervous. Lisa, were you not the same one that threw a drink at Kim's face and then smashed the glass after? Were you not the same one that kept coming at Denise over and over and over until she was basically off the show? Were you not the same one that just a couple of episodes ago you told Sutton, if you talk about my husband again, I will hunt you down? So it's just like, what's not making sense? I'm not understanding why this all of a sudden has you like, oh, spiraling out of control. Like, oh, I need to go home. I need to go home. I need to go in bed and watch Sesame Street. I'm going to cry. Like, Kathy Hilton is the devil. So Erica, she had a whole meltdown last season and this season, and it never bothered you. Kyle, she just had a meltdown last episode and it never bothered you. So now all of a sudden, Kathy Hilton, she has one and it's a problem. Interesting. Kyle also found out about her sister's behavior the night before and she's shaking about it as well. But she's more shocked at the text messages that Lisa was sending to Erica, the play-by-play of her sister's behavior. She also goes on to tell us that Kathy is not coming on the private plane with them, heading back home. And honestly, that doesn't even matter because Kathy, I'm pretty sure that she probably has like 3 or 4 private planes in her purse. Kathy, on the other hand, she's in her room. She's not coming out. She's not speaking to anybody. And I'm like, oh, so Kathy, you're guilty of something. Like, regardless of Lisa, if she's dragging this whole thing out and she's exaggerating it and she's adding more layers to it than what it is, I feel like there is some truth, a little bit of truth to what Lisa is saying. Because Kathy, if she wasn't guilty of anything, she would just come out and say good morning to everybody. Good morning to Lisa. Say hi to Kyle. But no, something must have happened the night before because Kathy, a guilty person wouldn't just hide in their room and just avoid the cameras or even avoid the private plane. Who's gonna be avoiding a private plane? Like, even if I'm guilty of something, I'm still coming on that private plane. Just don't speak to me. So Kathy, I don't know. I feel like, again, I've always said it, but Kathy, this whole persona of her playing the whole ditzy blonde, just like her Paris Hilton, I feel like all of that is an act. I feel like the Kathy that we've seen on this entire show from last season to this season has been a complete act. I feel like that the real Kathy Hilton came out the night before. Now, why don't we have any type of footage, audio, any of that? Now, I feel like Kathy, she probably threatened Bravo, like, okay, I have enough money to take this whole thing down. Now, if you slander my image or slander my name on any of these episodes with any of the footage, I will sue and I'm not going to come back next season because we all know that they were begging Kathy Hilton for some reason, I'm not sure why, to come back to this season and they paid her a lot of money. So I'm pretty sure that they do have the footage. They just probably scrapped it somewhere or they probably have it somewhere in the clubhouse on Watch What Happens Live. And they don't want to use it because they're scared of Kathy for some reason because she has all this money and who knows what damage she could do with it. So everybody but Kathy gets onto the private plane to head back home. Erica, she starts off the conversation by telling Sutton, I'm so sorry for my behavior this entire time. I don't mean to come off the way I do to you, Dorit, or anybody on this plane, especially you, Kyle. I don't mean to come off the way I do. I'm so sorry. I just have so many emotions and so many lawsuits coming at me. I mean, I have so many lawsuits to the point where my walk-in closet is not even a walk-in closet no more. It's just a closet full of lawsuits, and I'm so sorry for that. I really am apologizing for my behavior. What does Sutton do? Sutton is just like, that's all I ever wanted. Come over here. I forgive you. Like, Sutton, no. Like, put your foot down. Like, come on now. Like, what's going on here? Like, I just told you last week, like, if she plays you for the 100th time later on in the season or at the reunion, I'm not going to have any type of sympathy for Sutton because Sutton just keeps falling for Erica's foolishness over and over and over again. If I was Sutton, I would have been like, oh, you're crying. Oh, you're sorry about your behavior. Oh, okay. Okay. So Garcelle, did you enjoy Aspen? Like, absolutely not. But again, Sutton is kind of like a softie for Erica. So that's that. So then one by one, everybody starts giving their own story, their own version of what happened the night before with Kathy Hilton, right? At this point, I'm like, wait a minute. So was everybody there or was everybody not there? Like, what is going on? Why was everybody there? But there was no camera at all. Like, no footage on the phone, no audio. Like, it's just all very, very suspicious. So Sutton, she starts off first, right? Sutton, she goes on to say, well, the night began, it was just so dramatic, right? You would have thought that you were reading like a Stephen King book or something, the way they were all talking about it with the dramatic music. All I was waiting for was like a flash of lightning. So Sutton, she starts off by saying, it was a dark and stormy cold night. and Kathy Hilton was out of control. She goes on to say that Kathy approached her, right? And she wanted to do the conga line. I'm like, this is what we're arguing about? But okay, so she went out to tell Sutton, oh, can you do the conga line with me? Can you do the conga line with me? Sutton was just like, no, I don't really feel like doing it. I don't really have any type of rhythm. So Kathy, she got upset and she's like, wow, okay, well, if you don't come home with me right now, you're not a true friend. And I'm like, the fact that Sutton specifically is saying this about, her side of the story is kind of like, okay, yeah, Kathy is guilty of something because, Lisa, we can't really take her word, but Sutton, I think we could. So then I believe we go to the next person, Crystal just brags about how long she's known Kathy for. She's like, well, I've known Kathy like the longest, dude. I feel like I've known her for like many years. And I mean, I saw a lot of commotion, but I mean, I don't know. I know her well enough to know that, I don't know if she will really act like that. And I'm like, Crystal, if you're not adding any details, just be quiet. So then we move over to Dirty Diana and her tongue. So they give their own version of the story. And Diana's like, well, I saw Kathy Hilton, she was jumping in and next thing you know, she was just screaming at all the ladies and at everybody and throwing drinks. And I just want my diamond for next season. So I'm going to say whatever I can to secure that. So then we move over, I believe, to Erica. Erica's just like, Kathy's behavior last night was just way out of control. She was cursing at everybody. She was calling people names. She was throwing things around. Her behavior was just way out of line. And I just do not like it. She was out of control. And I'm like, so she was basically pulling a you. Like, Erica, how are you going to point fingers at Kathy and say that her behavior was terrible when you basically did the same thing that she did on this season specifically and last season? But okay, so then we move over to Lisa. I don't think that Garcelle put her 2 cents in it. Garcelle was probably like, yeah, leave me out of this bullshit. I'm still friends with Kathy. So then Lisa, she goes on to tell us her side of the story. She's like, well, I've always known, Kathy Hilton for many years, and I've known her to be a socialite and, this very popular person, but she was just way out of line the night before. She was cursing at everybody, calling people's names, this, that, and the third, and then we got into the Sprinter van. Yes, the iconic Sprinter van, known on the Housewives franchise. She got into it, and she just let everybody have it. I mean, it was just me and her, and she was just cursing at everybody. I had to grab my pillow and put it over my head. I was scared. She became like the boogeyman. I was scared. Then we got back home and she grabbed her glasses and she threw it on the floor. And then this is the part that I'm like, yeah, Lisa, okay, we get it. We kind of almost sort of believed you, but then you added a little bit too much. She's like, yeah, Kathy Hilton, she started stomping on her glasses. And all I picture is this old white woman just getting on top of the glasses like, like the visual of Kathy Hilton actually having a whole meltdown and stepping on her glasses like... Why? And I could picture Lisa Rinna in the corner like, oh no, producers, get her. Like, Lisa, again, I don't know. I want to believe Lisa to a certain extent, but I feel like Lisa is dragging this out for more than what it was. And also, wasn't there rumors that Kathy supposedly used the F slur? So where was that in the whole thing? I mean, that was a huge thing before the season started, and now it's just like, it never happened. Like, what's going on here? Again, I still feel like Kathy is allegedly guilty of something. So then Lisa, she continues on by saying, well, Kathy, she's always been a successful person as well, and as her sister, Kyle. But I feel like she's been more jealous of Kyle because she's famous, she's more popular, she's more known, she has more success. And I'm like, Kathy jealous of Kyle? I mean, the only way I can see that happening is if Kathy is jealous that Kyle is more famous and more known than Kathy. Yes, Kathy has all this money. She probably has more money than Kyle or any of the women on the show. But Kathy has never really been like a public figure. I mean, yeah, she's Paris Hilton's mom, but we've known Paris Hilton, not necessarily Kathy Hilton. I only actually knew about Kathy Hilton until Paris Hilton's documentary that came out a couple of years ago, and that didn't paint out Kathy to be a good person. So that's another reason why I'm also looking at Kathy like, yeah, Kathy, this whole persona that you got going on this show, it's a bunch of bullshit, and I don't buy it, because in Paris Hilton's documentary, if you go and watch it, yeah, she didn't really treat Paris the best, allegedly. So, I mean, but Lisa continued on by saying that Kathy is jealous of Mauricio and Kyle's success, specifically the agency. And I'm like, who is jealous of that? Kathy has the Hilton Hotels. That is more known than the agency. The agency sounds like some strip club on the corner. Nobody is jealous of that. Nobody wants Mauricio. Nobody's jealous of whatever they got. Like, what? And then she goes on to say that she's jealous of her movie, American Woman or whatever. Nobody cares about that either. And it's the fact that Kyle is probably watching this episode from home, and she's probably watching everything that Lisa Rinna is saying about her sister, and the fact that she's probably okay with all of this, like, that is pretty sad to me. I mean, it's not, because at the same time, we already seen this happen with Kim, and how she took up for Lisa, and how she also decided to take her sister down, so this is no surprise. Luckily, this is her only last sister that, you know, Lisa could possibly take down before Lisa moves over to her cousins. I won't be surprised if everybody comes back next season and Kyle is like, okay, you took down Kim, you took down Kathy. Who else? Who else on my family chart? Next thing you know, Lisa's probably going to be going after Kyle's aunts. But that was Lisa's story. And again, there's no footage, no audio, no nothing. And again, from all the producers and the behind the scene people that, you know, work on these shows, every other season or every other city, something gets leaked before the show even starts. But yet, nothing gets leaked on this. Again, it's just all suspicious because, I mean, just between me and you, if I was an intern and I was watching Kathy having a whole meltdown, I would have been like, let me press record. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is going to sell to the blogs. But no, we don't have no audio, no visuals like Beyonce's album, no Boomerang, no Snapchat, no nothing. So all we have is Lisa's word to take for it, and that's not a pretty reliable source. Then we see Sutton and Lisa, what a strange combination, shopping around for a birthday gift for Crystal. Crystal, she's gonna have this huge birthday party at her house. The theme is going to be Roaring 20s, which I thought it was pretty boring. I'm like, really? Again with this theme? We've seen this on the Housewives a million times. Why not get a little bit more creative? Like, if it was my party, I'll be like, okay, your dress that you're coming to my party with, it has to be made out of actual money, like actual paper money. You know, like a RuPaul's Drag Race challenge. You know, it would have been creative, but then again, I don't think it would benefit Erica because Erica, she'll probably be looking at her wallet like, what am I supposed to make with $20? Then we see Kyle. She's packing up her stuff to fly out to Georgia to film the movie Halloween Ends and to gaslight Michael Myers. I could only imagine how Kyle is on the movie set of this Halloween movie. Like, she probably treats it like the Real Housewives. Like, oh, Jamie Lee Curtis, guess what? So I went out to dinner the other day with Michael Myers and he actually said that he could beat you in a fight. What are you gonna do about that? And then she probably goes back to Michael Myers like, oh, Michael, so guess what? I went out with Jamie the other day on a hike and guess what she said? She said that you allegedly killed all those people in that town. Is it true? And then her and Michael, they probably have a whole fallout. Michael is probably telling her, you stole my goddamn pumpkin. I can only imagine how it is. But Kyle, she goes on to say that she is still not talking to Kathy. And she goes on to say, you know, I really don't want this to be a bigger issue. We just became best friends again at the reunion. I just don't understand why is this happening? Like, what's going on here? And I'm like, Kyle, it's almost like the solution is, let me get this straight. It's almost like the solution is maybe, just maybe, take your sister's side for once and not Lisa Rinna, but I don't think that you're gonna do that. But then we see Dorit and Erica at the Willy Wonka chocolate factory, and Dorit, she goes on to say that the reason why she brought Erica here is because Erica has been going through so much in her life right now. It's just lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit after... what was I talking about again? Oh, lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. And lawsuits are not chic. Chocolate is chic. Chocolate is a luxury. You haven't lived until you had chocolate from France. Chocolate from France is just, it's just so yummy. So why not bring Erica to make some chocolate? And I'm like, Dorit, I'm pretty sure that chocolate is the least of Erica's worries right now. If you really wanted to be a true friend to Erica, you'll pay off her lawyer fees. That's what she really needs. And if I was Crystal, I would be even more pissed at this cast because they're also there to give a gift. For Crystal, they're there to give her chocolate as a gift for her birthday. And I'm like, it's already bad enough that Sutton and Lisa, they're giving her a bouquet of flowers. And now you're giving her chocolate? Like, what kind of rich bitches are these? So then this man comes out to help them make chocolate. He gives both of them a hat. He's like, oh, are both of you Lucy and Ethel? And I'm like, no, they're Bert and Ernie. They put on their hats. He's telling them, oh, this is how you make chocolate. Look, you're going to sprinkle it with 24 karat gold. You know the second that man said the 24 karat gold, Erica was just like, can I get some of that? Wait, can I sell it? She was probably like, wait a minute, nobody's going to see me put this in my purse. I'm going to sell this on Craigslist later. It's probably real gold. He's like, okay, so, you know, you got the gist of it or whatever. I'm going to walk away so both of you could gossip. So he walks away. Dorit, she starts off being messy. You know, Dorit is just such a flip-flop lately. Well, lately, this whole season. But she goes on to tell Erica, Erica, did you watch the new episode of The Real? Me and Bubba, we saw the episode last morning, and it was such a juicy episode. They were talking about you, and I agree with everything I didn't agree with anything that Garcelle was saying. But did you see what Garcelle said about you and, the earrings and stuff? It was pretty terrible. And I'm like, Dorit, why are you telling her this? And then they play the flashback of Garcelle actually talking about it on The Real. What Garcelle said wasn't bad. I mean, I expected Garcelle to say, oh, the bitch needs to give the earrings back. She's going to jail. She's guilty. She's guilty. She's guilty. No, Garcelle basically said the same thing that she told Erica to her face the last 2 episodes. So I don't get why she was making it a big deal. Erica, she's like, yeah, I saw the episode and I just cannot believe that Garcelle would say that behind my back. We just had a good time in Aspen. And I'm like, a good time? We had a good time in Aspen for like maybe 2 seconds before everything went downhill. But I'm not sure what reality she's living in. She's like, yeah, I can't believe that Garcelle would do that. And you know what? I actually want to confront her about it because that is unacceptable to me. And I can't believe that she would do that. Like, if you're going to be real about it to my face. And I'm like, Erica, but she has been real about it to your face. She already said what she said on The Real to your face. You're lucky that she only said that. Did y'all notice Erica's subliminal message towards Tom with her earrings? She had these 2 giant number 5 earrings on, and we all know what the number 5 represents. It represents how many times Tom flipped his card last season, according to Erica. So Erica, I see you with the sneaky dig towards Tom. So then Dorit tells Erica, I just feel like a lot of people are mad at me because I'm trying to be your friend, and they automatically think that I support everything that you're saying or you're doing, and that's just not the case, my baby. It's just I want to be your friend. I want to be mutual in this whole situation, so I don't get why people are constantly mad at me. And I'm like, Dorit, I understand, you there being there for your friend or whatever, but the thing is, you're constantly up Erica's ass and you never call her out for any of her wrongdoings. That's the problem. If you wanted to play mutual and be in the middle of everybody's friendship, okay, that's understandable. But no, you constantly choose a side without actually saying that you're choosing a side. Like, you're never gonna call Erica out on her BS. Just on Watch What Happens Live tonight, you were saying how you did not agree that Erica called Sutton a see you next Tuesday, how she was laughing and stuff, and you didn't say anything then. You said your excuse on Watch What Happens Live was, oh, well, there wasn't enough time to say anything to her or Diana or anything, and I just didn't agree with that. But you don't say anything, and that's the problem. That's why you come off looking like a flip-flop, because, yeah, and Erica, you might not agree with her actions, but you won't say that to her face. You'll say it in the confessional, you'll say it to Kyle, but you won't ever say it to Erica's face. And when you do say it to her face, it's too late. The damage is already done. With Kyle, it's almost like the same thing. Like, you want to say, like, oh, Kyle, you're doing too much, but you never call her out on it either. So, speaking of Watch What Happens Live, she finally addressed the whole Mauricio rumors. I believe somebody asked her, oh, like, what's going on with that? And she skated around the question and she never really answered anything. She was just like, oh, I just think it's so silly how people come up with those rumors, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, Dorit, sure, whatever. I'll believe whatever you say, I guess. Everyone is getting ready for Crystal's birthday party, and then we see Dorit. Dorit's about to leave her house. She looks really nice in her outfit. She grabs a soda from the fridge. Her daughter, Phoenix, was like, no, Mom. Give me that soda. That is unhealthy. I'm putting it back in the fridge. And then she closed it, and Dorit is just like, okay, thank you, Phoenix. I'm just gonna go. And I'm like, wow, Dorit, the fact that your little daughter has more backbone than you do, she put you in your place in like 2 seconds. Why can't you have the same energy? But she leaves and she's heading over. Then we see Garcelle. Garcelle, I think that this is probably one of my favorite looks of Garcelle this entire season. I love the suspenders, the Chanel suspenders, the hat, the jewelry, the hat. Everything about the look was just so good. Cherie, she comes over. Cherie, I don't know about you, because she was just like, oh, wait, hold on. Do you have a gift for Crystal? Where is it? Then she starts rummaging through everything, right? She gets a little card. She signs her name on it, and then she puts it into the box, and then she tapes it up and everything. So that way Garcelle can open it and just be like, no, this is a gift from me, not you. Cherie, if you're going to do that, at least don't allow yourself to get caught on camera doing it. And Garcelle's back to her outfit. Honestly, I love the outfit and all, but if it was up to me, I'll be a little bit more nasty with it. Instead of having that shirt underneath the suspenders, I'll take the shirt off and just have the suspenders over my nipples. Like Little Kim on her album cover, instead of the Roaring 20s, I'll have my roaring titties out. So then we finally get to this birthday party. Everybody's arriving one by one. And for the most part, everybody looks good. Everybody looks really, really nice, actually. I thought that the theme was going to be kind of lame. It is lame, but the outfits, they all look nice. Sutton, she looked nice. And then we see, what's her name? Dirty Diana, her tongue, and her assistant, Asher. Asher, I think that he looked the best out of all the men. I love his outfit. His whole outfit it really suited the theme. Lisa Rinna, she shows up next. And Lisa Rinna, I actually really liked her outfit, her androgynous outfit with the top hat, that big ass top hat. looking like the mayor from the Powerpuff Girls. But she shows up and I love her look. I think she gets the award for the best second look. To me, Garcelle gets the first. They're all mingling around. They're all having a good time. You know, they're all going throughout the house and stuff. Crystal, she goes on to say that the whole party is worth $6,000. And I'm like, where? I mean, all I see is like drinks and cheese and crackers. Like, what is worth $6,000? I mean, honestly, if we're being honest, the whole party kind of reminded me of, what's her name? Of the party that Sheree threw for, no, the party that they threw for Sheree on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It was giving me the same vibe. The only thing is that there was no balloons here. But for the most part, everybody was having a good time. Everything was good. And then we see the baddest bitch, Kathy Hilton. Kat, I was so shocked when she pulled up out of her truck and she was coming to the door. I was like, wait a minute, Kathy's here? Like, she's actually showing up. I actually thought we were not going to see more of her until her confrontation with Lisa and Kyle next episode. But she shows up and I'm like, wow, okay, let's see how this goes. She's showing up. She's already acting funny. Again, I do believe that she's guilty of something because she was just acting so strange. Usually she pretends to act strange, but this time she was genuinely acting strange. Lisa Rinna, she's all having a good time. She's all this and that and the third. And Lisa Rinna, her look reminded me of Madonna's Like a Virgin performance at the MTV Awards with Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears. It was kind of giving me the same vibe. But she looks over and she's like, oh, I'm having a good time. Kyle's not here. Maybe I'm going to get the Center's Diamond for next season. Is that Kathy Hilton? Her stomach started turning in knots and she was just like, you know, it really took a lot of me to come to this party because I just feel like I have PTSD out of the whole situation with Kathy Hilton. And I'm like, PTSD? Lisa, please stop. PTSD, like so dramatic, and she is just dragging that out. PTSD, can you imagine all the PTSD that you gave all the people that you've been on the show with, like in the past that you got kicked off? How about that? Like, PTSD. And she goes on to say that she's all over the place. She can't, you know, believe everything that happened with Kathy Hilton. She's still trying to get through her day and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you're so dramatic, Lisa. Again, all you have to do is just give us the bare minimum and we might believe you. But the fact that you're doing all of this and doing just all this over the top dramatics or whatever, it makes your whole story like a little questionable. Even though, again, I do feel like Kathy's guilty of something. Kathy, she's getting closer to Lisa. Lisa sees her and she's like, uh-oh. No, so she walks away and I'm like, okay. So then Erica Jane, she's also there. Erica Jane, she kind of reminded me of Ursula from the Real Housewives of the Ocean. From the Little Mermaid movie, the whole crown and stuff. It was giving me the same vibe as well, but I did enjoy her look. I'm like, okay, this is something new. Crystal, she also looked really pretty as well. Then they go downstairs. I believe Rob, Mr. Lion King, Crystal's husband, he starts talking to Sutton and Erica, and then all of a sudden he just disappears because they're talking, right? And they're talking about the house and all this and all that. He's giving them fun facts. All of a sudden he's just like, well, anyways, and then he just walks away randomly. In his head, he was probably like, yeah, let me give enough conversation to be polite, but let me walk away enough so I won't be incriminated with Erica Jane. She might take my wallet while I'm not looking. So he walks away. Sutton and Erica, they were having a good time. They were talking, they were getting along, and, I'm not even gonna lie, but, it was kind of cute to see or whatever because, their friendship was cute at some point, but I still don't buy it yet. Erica, stop gaslighting me. Stop manipulating me to like this friendship. It's not going to work. It's working a little bit. But they were having a good time. Rob, he also told them that the little jukebox that they bought, it was kind of like, at first he was just like, oh yeah, I bought it for $30. And then at the bottom it said $30,000. And I'm like, $30,000 for a jukebox? Absolutely not. Like, you could find one of those at your nearest diner. And I'm pretty sure they'll sell it to you for like $200, but $30,000? Absolutely not. For that much money, it better come with Beyonce's music videos. Next thing you know, Lisa Rinna cannot stand seeing Kathy Hilton be happy anymore. So she's like, you know what? Forget this. So she gets up and she's walking out. Crystal, she follows behind her. She's like, wait. Lisa, where are you going? Lisa's like, you know what? No, forget it. I'm leaving. I can't do this anymore. And if I was Crystal, I would have been like, okay, have a good night. Close the door, please. But no, she was like, wait, hold on. What's going on? Why are you leaving my party? What's going on? We're still filming. What's going on? Lisa's like, I can't bear it anymore. I can't do this anymore. No, I just cannot. Like, I cannot fathom. I cannot fathom anymore. Hold me, Crystal. Like, Lisa was so damn dramatic. Like, Lisa, you're not winning any award for this show. Like, relax. Like, she goes on to say, I cannot with Kathy Hilton. What she said the other night is just unbearable. I just cannot do it anymore. It's just, where is Harry Hamlin? I need him to hold me. I'm about to faint again. Hold me, Crystal. Like, again, just so extra for no reason. She alluded to, Kathy saying that she wants to take Kyle down and her family and the whole NBC and Bravo. And I know it's a bad thing to say, but in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, but when? Take down Kyle. Take down Kyle. Somebody has to do it, so I don't get why she was saying it like it was a bad thing, but she was like, I can't do it no more. I'm leaving. I'm sorry, Crystal. I love you and I adore you so much, and I hope I see you next season, but I'm just not doing this anymore. So Lisa, she just disappears and she left. So Crystal, she goes back to the group where everybody else is at, and everybody's looking at her, and Crystal, I don't know why she's emotional about it. She's like, she left. And I'm just like, okay, party on. But they're like, wait, what's going on here? Like, what's happening? Crystal, she's like, yeah, I don't know. She said something about Aspen or whatever, blah, blah, blah. She can't take it anymore. So she left. Kathy Hilton was sitting there like, I wonder why she left. In her confessional, she goes on to say, oh, I hope, what I told Lisa Rinna the other night, I hope that didn't bother her because it was nothing. I mean, I don't know why she would be bothered by that. But if that was the thing that broke, she said, if that was the toe that broke the camel's back. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that that's not how the quote goes. I think it's the straw that broke the camel's back, but whatever in Kathy's world. She's like, if I did anything to offend her or whatever, then I'm sorry. And I'm like, again, everybody's being so vague about this, but nobody's getting down to the very point of what happened. Lisa's just like, yeah, she said some really awful things about everybody in this group, and I'm just not going to repeat it. And, I don't understand Lisa Rinna, because Lisa Rinna, having the mentality of like a desperate producer on the show, you would think that she would like to go up to Kathy right here and there where everybody's around and be like, oh, Kathy, did you say so-and-so and so? Did you say this about so-and-so and so? And everybody in the group, I want you to be honest. But no, she's just kind of like running away from it. And that's shocking to see from Lisa Rinna. So I wonder what her motive is in this whole thing. Maybe because Kyle is not in the picture. Maybe she's waiting for Kyle to come back and then she'll attack Kathy. Maybe that's why she wants to expose her that way. But I'm not sure. So she just runs away, and that was that. Next thing you know, what's her name? Dorit, she tells Garcelle, so I talked to Erica about everything from the reel and everything. And, she told me about that and stuff. So then Erica, she's sitting right there. She's like, so, Garcelle, I want to talk to you about what you said on the reel the other day, and I just feel like it was really messed up. Like, you could have gave me, like, a heads up or something. Garcelle is like, I mean, that's my job. I mean, I have to report on stuff like that. So, I mean, it is what it is. And again, it's not like Garcelle said anything that she didn't say to your face, Erica. But I mean, I get it. I understand, I suppose, because I mean, to a certain extent, they were bonding, I suppose, in Aspen. I'm not sure what kind of bonding she thought that they were doing. But, they were bonding regardless. So I guess Garcelle could have gave her the heads up like, hey, I did talk about this prior to going to the Aspen trip, so this is nothing new to me. So I get it, but at least they were both respectful to each other and they cleared it up. Erica was just like, okay, it's fine. Like, it's completely okay. I'm over it. And then they moved on from it. And I'm like, okay. So then Erica, Diana, and her tongue, they go into the room next door. Erica, she starts off by saying, well, I just feel like Lisa, she left because of everything that happened with Kathy Hilton in the Sprinter Van. I feel like Lisa just could not take it anymore. And I feel like she had a breaking point, and that's why she's not here anymore. She's going through a lot right now because of everything that Kathy said. And that's the other thing too, that if Kathy said so much in the Sprinter Man, why do they not have the footage? I'm pretty sure every housewife city has a Sprinter Man and they all have cameras on it. Why did this specific Sprinter Man not have a camera in it? No audio, nothing. I mean, even the night vision camera, something like somebody would have took a phone out. I just don't believe that there's no footage out there. I'm pretty sure that there is some footage. There's some audio out there, and Kathy is threatening Bravo or whoever to not release any of it. Somebody release it. Quickly, because like this is just getting ridiculous. Again, this is all just word of mouth. And what's her name? Erica and Lisa, they keep playing with all these riddles like, yes, you never know your neighbors next door until something happens. And then you don't want the sun smiling down on their house. And I'm like, what? Like all these elaborate, sentences and riddles and poems and shit. I'm like, can you just say what you want to say, Erica and Lisa? They keep beating around the bush like, okay, just say that you want to take Kathy down. Diana goes on to explain her side of the story. And she's like, yeah, Kathy Hilton was just very, very, very out of control that night. And she was just saying so many awful things. And I just can't believe that. But Lisa Rinna, I don't know why she's leaving. Is she like a chicken? Quack, 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 quack. And I'm like, I was with Erica. Erica was just like, a what? I'm like, last time I checked, correct me if I'm wrong, but last time I checked, chickens don't say quack quack, but okay, Diana, whatever. So she gave her 2 cents in. And again, I'm still confused at this whole situation. Like, was everybody there? Was everybody not there at the club? Like, again, and I'm pretty sure that the club was not only exclusive to just the cast. I'm pretty sure that there were other party people in there that were probably watching the whole thing. Nobody has any footage. Like, come on now, like this is getting ridiculous. And you know what's the worst part is that at the Watch What Happens Live of tonight with Garcelle and Dorit, they both confirmed that to this very day, they still don't know what happened in Aspen between Kathy Hilton. So it doesn't matter if we get to the reunion, we're still not going to address any of this because nobody knows what happens because the reunion has already been filmed. Garcelle, Dorit, again, they confirmed tonight that they don't know what happened. So, you know, it's just kind of like one of those, it's an urban legend at this point. The urban legend of what Kathy Hilton did. And that was that. So eventually, Dorit, she decides to leave the group, but she's not really leaving the group. She's going over there to Erica. Everybody disperses. Everybody says goodbye. That was that. The whole party was kind of lame. Like, what kind of birthday party was this? I mean, they really stuck to the theme, like the Roaring 20s, because it was a pretty boring party. Like, no fun, no nothing, like nothing at all. They were just talking and, you know, it was just talking and vibes. But they all decided to leave. They all left. Erica, she's still there. Dorit, she goes in there. Dorit's just like, what's wrong, my baby? What's going on? Do you want to go have a cocktail? Do you want to go dance? What's going on? Ursula, she's like, you know, I just feel like, you know, everybody takes a turn in this group. And I feel like I don't have anything to lose anymore. And I'm like, yeah, we know, Erica, you don't have anything to lose. We already know. We know your bank account. She goes on to say, yeah, but you know, I feel like now it's Kathy Hilton's turn. I don't get why people are so scared of her. And now that people are coming after her, guess what? I'm not going to be there to defend her because nobody was there to defend me. And I'm like, well, I mean, okay, Erica, I understand what she's saying because, again, nobody was there to defend her. Everybody was just, you know, on attack mode with her. Like, did you do this? Did you do that? You should do this. You should do this. So, I mean, I give her that. Like, okay, she doesn't have to defend Kathy Hilton. Kathy Hilton, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I mean, if she's going to go down, then she's going to go down. Lisa Rinna, side note, Lisa Rinna, I just read today that she is asking for $2 million for her contract to be the highest paid housewife for next season, for season 13. And I'm like, all right, but let me know what you all thought about this episode down in the comments. Bye, everybody. Mwah.